All right, good morning, or afternoon actually. I hope everybody's well, staying safe. I thought what I'd do is make a short video on how to make a video using the Smart Notebook that everyone has. Smart Notebook has a built-in screen capture video function which can capture anything you put up there. I do most of my notes for my daily classes on Smart Notebook, but if you have Google Slides or PowerPoint or any other method, all this device does is capture what's on the screen. So whatever format your notes or how you want to present some information to kids can be captured with the Smart Notebook. So obviously the first thing you're going to need to do is I'm going to minimize this. I'm recording right now, obviously. So let me minimize this. The first thing you have to do is go to the Smart Notebook. And again, if you're starting a new one, that's fine. If you're opening an existing Smart Notebook file, that's fine, you can do it there, but you'll need to open the Smart Notebook to get the recorder. So once you get there, on the toolbar are all your devices, including the recorder. Now, most people probably don't have the recorder. I don't think it's a default setting. I think I'd go look for it. So you're looking for this icon, the Smart Recorder. The way you find it is to open the toolbar anywhere and just right-click. It's going to open up a customized toolbar function or menu. If I scroll down, you'll find the Smart Recorder, and you're going to select this, click on it, hold it down, and drag it up to the toolbar. So drag them up to the toolbar. So grab it, drag it up here, and let go, and it will be on your toolbar. The nice thing is about this program, and let me show you, when you then want to start recording, you'll double click on that, and this will open up. Now this is the record button. Obviously now it's grayed out because I'm recording, but this will be red, and when you click on that, it will start the clock, and you'll be recording. Now, the nice thing about this system is we have a built-in microphone in the computer. I'm using that. I don't have an external microphone, which I used to have to do. This is pretty good on the new laptops. So your microphone's taken care of for you. The other thing is taken care of for you is you have a pen or a stylus built into the laptop. So if you want to do problems or work out problems for kids, you can do that using the pens. Now, you could obviously use the pens here, but they don't write very well. It's hard to, at least for me, it's hard to use. So on your laptop, on the pad of the laptop, on the keypad area where you see ThinkPad, on the side near ThinkPad, you'll see a little red hash line. That's the end of the pen. So grab that and drag it out, and you'll then have the pen. So I can grab the pen, come up and click on the pen icon on the Smart Notebook, and I can start writing. So I pick an ink, and I can do PV. I can do PV T, and I can solve for P by doing some ISNA, and you can plug numbers in and show kids. So if you're trying to teach some simple, straightforward concept and you want to show the kids how to do a calculation, you can grab the pen and do that, and it works really well. My goal is to make a bunch of short videos, so I'm going to try and make 5-minute daily videos for my kids. I thought this might be a good way of doing attendance, so I'm gonna make a 5-minute video, and then I could have a Google form or a homework assignment also posted in Google Classroom. And I could use that to see if the kids actually logged in and clicked on those items and turned them in, so I can take attendance daily. So rather than doing a 45-minute video, I can do daily 5-minute videos with daily assignments and keep them roughly cut back up. Now, when you finish making your video, when you're all done making your video, you can stop recording. And I'm obviously going to keep mine moving, but if you click on this, it will stop recording and it will start processing the video. And it's actually pretty quick. 5-minute videos only take about a minute or so to process. And when they're done processing, it's going to ask you, do you want to view it or save it? I usually watch them. And then when I'm done, I save those. I actually save those files and I put them into a folder on my desktop. So I'll show you that. I can minimize. And again, it's still screen capturing. So here's my AP Physics 2 video file. This is one I made this morning, but I made a couple of versions of this already. So I'm going to save the video in here, and then I'll show you how you can upload this video to YouTube and then link it to your Google Classroom. So if I go online now, what you want to do is you want to go to Google. And when I go to Google, if you're logged into Google, you're going to click up here. Oh, sorry, you'll go to, first of all, you want to go to YouTube. So if you click on the suite of apps they have, scroll down, it's in the other set down here in YouTube. If I click on YouTube, it'll then take me to my YouTube channel. And up here on my icon in the top right, I'm going to click on that. It's going to say go to your channel. So if I click on my channel, it now takes me all my videos I've recorded before. So I've done this with a bunch of other videos for other reasons. This was a girl who was actually out. She came back from Italy and was quarantined at home, so I made a couple of videos for her last week. This is a video I shot this morning from my AP class. Nobody's watched it yet. Surprise, surprise, but it's there. Now what I want to do is I want to upload my video I just made. So in the top right corner here, you'll click on the plus symbol, and that will allow you to upload a video or go live. And I believe we can only upload videos in Monroe. I don't think go live is active. So you're going to click on that, and then it will ask you where's the video. So I go back to I'll select it from my folder that I place on my desktop, and that will upload. And it takes about 5 minutes or so to upload the video. It's pretty quick. Once you finish with that, the video will then show up in your list on your home page for your channel. So on my channel list, which I'm at, I'll then see my video show up. So what I do is I click on the video, I start running the video, and then because that video is running, I'll be able to get the URL. So once that video is running, I'll go up here in the top and I'll just click on that, copy my URL. You could also just copy your whole page of videos if you want. So that will give the address where to find the video. And then when I go to Google Classroom, and again, I did this morning, I can go to my class, I can do classwork, and then you can create a document. Now, I've already done this for the video I shot this morning, but you can do create assignment and then assign that video and then put a link into it. I already did that this morning from the video I shot. So I shot the video, I copied and pasted the link into the video, and it's there. Now the part I thought would be helpful for doing attendance was this. I normally tell my kids not to turn in. Don't click that they did the assignment. I don't care. It's there. I know they did it. So I told them don't bother. But I thought for this, you could tell the kids, hey, click on the video. That way we know they've done the video. So for example, the other day I assigned this homework, and I generally say to kids, don't turn it in. One student did. I can click on it and see that Stephen Lee turned it in. I might be able to even tell, well, he did the assignment. And I guess I could check this every day to figure out when he did it. So I thought this would be a good way of doing attendance. You can actually take attendance by having the kids turn in the assignments. So again, my idea was I was going to hear this for the 18th. I could make a very short video, 5-minute video, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, and each one of those could have a very short Google form. Again, I could create a Google form or create an assignment, post those assignments, and I could essentially take daily attendance, but also give some meaningful work, my regular class notes, or what I really wanted the kids to know for this time that we're missing. So hopefully you found this helpful. I'm more than happy to do more instruction, or if you want to talk on the telephone, give me a call. We can figure this out. But it's pretty simple to use, and I thought it'd be a nice way to sort of meet the requirements that we have for having attendance. Anyway, hope everybody's well.